What is up, everybody? Welcome to Apocaflix Now, our movie hangout show here at Apocaflix Movies. I'm your host, Jacob Bartley, this week, and I am joined by these other two fine gentlemen here. First off, Brian Avalosino. How's it going, Brian?
Going good. Ready to draft some people.
Yes, we will be doing a Suicide Squad draft today. It's going to be super fun. We'll get more into that in a little bit here. But first, let's ask Jake Berlin. How you doing, man?
I'm all right today.
Yeah,
I'm excited for the show, but it's been a day. It's been a week. It's been strange. Gab's been gone the past couple of days, so she hasn't been here. But yeah, no, it's good. Just hanging.
Nice. So are you one of those that everything starts falling apart once the woman leaves the house?
No, well, no, it's weird not having her around, obviously, but and it's nothing about her being here, but I just find things to do. So it's just putting my mind to do things. Like last night I stayed up till about like 11:30 just doing stuff around the house while watching a movie. This night I'll probably do the same. Like I was painting last night at like 10:30 at night.
Oh my goodness.
So I was just like, I just like find things to do.
Yeah, keep your mind busy.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Doesn't sound too bad though.
How are you doing? So it was interesting.
Copland, huh?
Do you know who directs Copland?
Is it David Ayer or no?
James Mangold.
Oh, wow. I did not expect that. Now I got to check it out. What was that, Brian?
I said, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm, on the cusp of starting to go out to some schools right pretty soon here. So
come to mind. There's someone gone every single day.
Yeah. What's funny is the company that I'm going through, I might end up going to your school first. So
I would not be surprised because there's someone.
I'll be waving at Brian across campus.
You'll see me pushing my stupid cart around.
I'm going to crash your classroom, Brian. It should be fun.
That's fine. I literally today pushed my cart around. Today's been a day before I even started. And I had like my stack of papers that I was going to teach. And it hit a bump everywhere in the courtyard.
Oh, wow.
Everywhere. I had like 10 kids helping me grab all the papers. I was like, this is how today's going. So, yeah, you can see me dropping stuff everywhere and
nice. Like
a little old lady pushing a cart around.
Life of a teacher. There we go.
Yeah, traveling teacher.
All right. Well, Brian, I know you were busy this weekend. One of the things you did was watch your movie that you were challenged to for the movie watching challenge. And that's what we're going to get into right now. So Brian was challenged by me, and he ended up having to watch The Prestige, which is, I'm remembering correctly, a movie that Jake chose, correct?
Correct.
Yes. So it's funny because I remember Jake texted us and then he was like, I'm challenging Brian to The Prestige. And then I started looking through all the movies, right? And I was like, okay. I was like, Brian hasn't seen this Prestige. I'm going to choose The Prestige. And then I went back to the text. I was like, wait, Jake just said he challenged him to The Prestige. And I was like, damn it. So bottom line is that's a great choice. A Christopher Nolan. As far as Christopher Nolan films go, I say it's a Christopher Nolan classic. I would say so. It's one of the ones that it's one of my favorite films of his. And I'm guessing it's one
Name
of
that
Jake's.
movie.
Step Brothers.
Nice. So we're curious to hear your thoughts, Brian.
What do you think?
I'm not sure, honestly, because I could see a world where you think this movie's boring, but also it's so brilliant that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you like it either.
Jake?
Middle ground, or it's one of the best movies you've ever seen in your time.
This movie was freaking wild. Yes, Chuck.
Wild.
I was
still not sure how he feels.
No, it definitely had its slow moments, but they were short, like little 5-minute slow moments here and there. That movie was insane. It was so hard for me not to tweet after watching it last night. I was like,
Well, you can.
You want me to tweet what I thought about the movie?
I mean, you can.
I know what you mean, Brian. Sometimes it's like, I want to save it for the show.
Well, I thought, that's the whole point of what we're doing right now. So I didn't want to say anything.
Just write a good tweet where it's mysterious.
Yeah. I was like open mouth at the end, but still slightly confused. So then I read the Wikipedia just to like grasp everything. And I was just like, damn. Like, I think, I can't, John, not allowed to. I think the thing that just confused me the most was and spoiler alert for 2006, the like duplicator. I think that was what confused me the most, because I was just kind of just like, is this like happening, or is this not happening? Is there more of them?
Well, it's very similar to the ending of Inception. Was it a dream? Was it not a dream?
Yeah,
situation. And that's just Nolan's thing.
I just think for me it was more. I wasn't sure like if they were kind of like trying to be like real, like this is something Tesla maybe at some point invented or whatever. So I don't know. That part confused me. But then after I read it and then realized the ending, because I didn't really understand the ending. I was like when they when they were under the staircase and stuff, or under the stage, I was like, what? And then I went and I read it and I went, oh, like the fact that they just keep killing like that. It was
the Illusionist, John, the Illusionist with Edward Norton.
Yeah, dude, Christian Bale is so good at everything.
Don't you see why Nolan wanted him as Batman?
Oh, 100%. It makes perfect sense. And am I echoing off you? Who's am I echoing off of? It's been going since the beginning.
I have headphones on.
I don't hear.
So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, it did have a couple of times where I was like, okay, we're rambling on talking in certain spots, but like it wasn't anything wild. And Scarlett Johansson was fantastic. Christian Bale's wife, Sarah, she was really good. There was just I love a good twisty movie. And this had so many twists.
Rebecca Hall.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I was trying to look up who that was. Yeah.
There are so many twists in this movie. Like the person that's trying to take his daughter, and then like the ending, and then like just everything. And it was really good. Really good. And I will say, out of the three that I was challenged to, this was the one I was hoping for to get picked. So
nice.
It worked into my favor.
You haven't mentioned Hugh Jackman once.
Hugh Jackman was great. I am personally, other than like X-Men, I don't really care for Hugh Jackman.
Wow.
I don't know. Sometimes like he's a little like over the top for me. He's very theatrical.
Well, because he's came up in the theater.
Exactly.
He was cast as Wolverine from the stage.
No, I know, but I'm
saying I know what you mean, Brian. But for me, it works because he is very like. It's almost weird, like he's too good of an actor. Like he's like overperforming in a way.
I think that honestly might be it.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes I feel like I'm watching him do a play in certain things. I don't feel that in X-Men or Logan or any of that. But like it seems like anything outside of it, like
he's not playing a play in Van Helsing, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, Van Helsing's one of those guilty.
And he's Rock'em Sock'em Robots Baby in Real Steel. I mean,
I see. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for Reminiscence or whatever it's called.
Eddie the Eagle too.
Oh yeah,
he was great in Bad Teacher, which was a great movie. Does a lot of animated movies. Obviously, a lot of musicals.
Did you see Greatest Showman, Brian?
No.
I mean, even if you did, that's different. It's a musical, so that he's like in his comfort zone there.
Exactly. So,
interesting. I've heard people like talk badly about Hugh Jackman because they don't know what they're talking about, but I've never heard anybody say that they don't like Hugh Jackman.
It's not that I don't
know that you don't like
him, but he's not someone that like instantly I'm like, oh, I gotta see that movie because he's in it. So the like,
have you seen Kate and Leopold?
No.
Which is also, it's not a great movie, but it's James Mangold directed, and I actually like it. It's pretty fun. Oh, you know who else is in it? Is Liev Schreiber, which is so weird because it's Sabretooth and Wolverine. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, Prestige was dope. I dug it. Like especially after when it ended, and then I read through the Wikipedia, it just kind of just like all the puzzle pieces just went, and then I got like the full puzzle, and I was just like,
it's definitely one of those kind of similar to like Interstellar and obviously Inception, and I don't know what was the most recent one? The
Tenet,
and it was a one-word thing.
Well, what I was gonna say is
I haven't watched that yet.
Outside of the Dark Knight movies, his entire filmography is like that. In Memento,
true,
right? You have The Prestige, obviously Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk, not so much because it's based on something that's real life. But yeah, and then even Nolan just likes to play in that field where he likes to keep you guessing. He wants you to come up with the ending. He wants you to come up with the meaning of everything rather than a definitive answer for all viewers. And that's why he's considered the best most of the time, because sometimes he does it incredible, a la Inception, a la The Prestige, Memento. Interstellar can be differed a little bit on a lot of people's minds. Obviously, Tenet is very different in a lot of people's minds. And Sarger, to answer your question, Rian Johnson did Looper, which is also a great little twisty turn movie. Not as much as Nolan does, but yeah, no. There's a lot of cool things in this movie, and I haven't seen it in a long time, and it makes me want to go back and watch it. I was planning on watching it before this, but I got in a 90s action movie binge, and I just couldn't get away from it. So, yeah, I'm happy to hear that you liked it.
Yeah, it was really good. The Christian Bale stuff, I really don't like. I know this movie is 15 years old.
Everyone in the chat is, you mean his brother?
Okay, well, if you're just gonna throw it literally out,
it's pretty old.
15 years old.
Still, but like someone like me, like I'm glad I didn't know a single thing about it. So if this is interesting, I didn't want someone to get spoiled. But yeah, there are so many clues for that too. There are so many clues that's happening. Like going back, that like afterwards when I was just like, oh my God, there are so many clues. Like I can literally name like 5 off the top of my head right now about it. That it's almost just like, how did I not see that? Or how did I not think of that afterwards? But yeah.
So let me ask you, Brian, other than the Dark Knight movies, what is your favorite Christopher Nolan movie?
Interstellar.
Yeah,
that movie blew my mind when I watched it.
Is that your favorite over every Dark Knight movie?
No. The Dark Knights are just like untouchable in my opinion. Like,
especially the Dark Knight, yeah.
Yeah, those are just...
The Dark Knight's not even the best of the trilogy.
I love Batman Begins, but The Dark Knight is.
Yeah.
And it's also not even the best Nolan movie either.
Well,
I think
I beg to differ, but like honestly, those Batmans are like in their own category of
Well, especially the first two, in my opinion. Rises is okay. But yeah, I mean, I love Inception. Obviously, the freaking I think my favorite but Batman movie is Inception for sure.
I haven't seen Inception in so long that I want to rewatch it because I don't remember a lot, which could be really fun just because it's like
it's one of the greatest.
It's like rewatching it for the first time ever.
Is that your favorite, Jake? Of Nolan's?
It's one of the greatest movies ever made. Period.
I
believe it's number 10 on my list.
Oh, of all time, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's definitely your favorite, right? Not Interstellar, but you love Interstellar.
I do love Interstellar. Yeah. That's because I'm one of the 5% of people who actually understand Interstellar.
Yeah, Jake's smarter than all of us, so he understands it a little bit better than the rest of us.
Yeah, Tenet. Hey, if you can watch Tenet one time and like fully understand everything, bravo. Because I've only seen it once, and I'm like,
Rachel, you know us so well because that's actually on the docket.
It's
legitimately on the docket.
I'm just curious because honestly, Nolan always sparks up a debate like about his films and stuff like that. So it's a pretty but yeah, that was a success. I would say so because if Brian doesn't like a movie, he will tell us. So
I said, it started off slow, so I immediately was just kind of like, oh, here we go. And then it picked up, and I was like, oh, okay. Then it hit like a little bump, and then I literally would like put my phone to the side and like turned off my computer, and I was like, all right, shit's going down.
It definitely picks up for sure.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, for those of you who have never watched us before, the movie watching challenge, every week somebody new gets challenged by the person who was challenged previously. And Brian chose Jake Berlin. Luckily, he's here, and he has been challenged next. And how it works is he gets to choose whether he wants to put a poll up for the viewers to decide what he's going to watch, or he can choose a random number right now and know his assignment right away. What are you going for, Jake?
I'll do a poll.
All righty. So he's going to let the viewers decide what he will be watching this weekend. And I'm assuming, Brian, you have those choices ready for us, right?
I do. Your 4 choices are Black Swan, Enter the Dragon, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and In Bruges, which I feel like has been challenged every single week.
We got a yuck for Black Swan, huh? What's the?
I've heard about things that are in the movie that I personally don't like seeing in movies.
I honestly don't remember seeing it for so long. I can't even remember.
Again, I could watch the movie and I could be blown away by it. But I've heard when it came out originally, I remember the rumblings around the film, and that's mainly a big reason why I never watched it, is because of what was being said. And I'm not afraid to watch it. It's just I was like backed off from watching because of word of mouth.
I've had movies like that before.
But yeah, no, these are very typical choices for everybody. So
I think
nice. Oh, you know who chose what?
I think so. The only two.
Well, 3 of the 4 people pick the same movies every time.
Yeah.
So some of the movies haven't been chosen in a long, long time. That's all we'll say. Someone should challenge me to Copland, though. I didn't know James Mangold directed that.
Dude, in the cast, Harry Keitel, Robert De Niro, Sly Stallone.
In '97?
Dude,
damn.
And that it doesn't even, like, Robert Patrick. It's full of people. I watched it last night, and it's a damn good time. And a lot of people, I was talking to someone while watching it, and they told me, like, Stallone was robbed from an Oscar nomination for this movie. Afterwards, I go, holy crap, yeah, you're right. And the bowler from Mystery Man. I don't know her name, but she's in the movie.
Nice.
She plays the bowler in Mystery Man. Like, I love it.
Maybe I'll just challenge myself to watch that this weekend.
It's on Prime.
Awesome. Well, there you go. You can decide what Jake will be watching this weekend, and the poll will be up sometime soon. And that can mean in 10 seconds.
Probably
or
tomorrow morning.
2 days.
If I have time, I'll do it tonight, but more than likely tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for that under the community tab on our YouTube channel. So next up, we got a pretty cool trailer we're going to talk about, and I'm going to shoot that to Jake to introduce it.
Yeah, so while we wait for Keith, I know that we're supposed to be getting at 7:30, and we're going to talk about it very quickly while we wait for him. Just a little stall time because he is going to be our fourth member for the draft. We're going to talk about Star Wars Visions for just a little bit while we wait for him. It could be 30 seconds. It could be 5 minutes. Not sure, but it'll be very, very short conversation. We got our very first look at, or not a very first look, a brand new trailer in the form of a trailer today for Star Wars Visions. And we had gotten some looks at it before as far as like still images in like a featurette, but not moving picture. And we got a trailer for this incredible looking Star Wars anime that's coming to Disney Plus next month. It'll be coming out on September 22nd, which is very, very cool. So let's talk about it a little bit, boys, and I'll start with you guys. You guys can kind of kick this one off. Star Wars Visions, first ever anime in the world of Star Wars. 9 different studios putting their fingers in the galaxy far, far away. What do you guys think?
I have a couple questions. Is it a show or a movie?
It's a show.
Okay. Wow, it's a show. Okay.
I have a feeling they're going to be long episode, like 45.
I'm fine with that. Is it?
I think they're going to be like 15-minute episodes.
Is it canon?
No way.
It's canon. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
That would be so
so I know, obviously we knew about this because Kathleen Kennedy announced it at, was it Celebration or no?
No, the Disney virtual thing.
Yeah, the virtual thing. And we heard about it and we were like, oh, that's going to be cool. And now it's here basically.
Well, that was
looks
a year
incredible.
Ago, so.
Yeah, this looks freaking crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys.
That's me.
Yeah, me too. I watched it before we went live, so you guys might have saw me watching it a little bit, but I freaking love this. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me that Star Wars is always number one, because for me, I mean, I know for you too, Jake, probably Brian too, for all three of us, Star Wars is always number one. And because you can take something like this and tell a totally different type of story, and it still has your signature, still has the Force, still has lightsabers, but it's a completely different look at the Star Wars universe. And wow, I don't even know where to start. There was like 5 amazing shots.
I mean, I don't think we can get into like specifics.
No, I know, but just saying, like,
that we probably can talk about
there's some really cool stuff in there that I've never seen before.
Yeah, the fact that there's 9 extremely well-known anime studios putting their fingers in this. They were given complete freedom to do what they want. They're all original stories. Obviously, we see some connected characters a la Boba Fett, right, in the trailer. But yeah, I mean, this thing looks bonkers. I think that Star Wars for a long time has needed to put their toes in something a little bit different, and I'm glad it's anime. I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to be visually stunning, obviously. And yeah, I will say I'll go on record saying that I think all episodes will drop at once, and I think they'll be 15 or 20 minutes long. I think that they'll be very short episodes. It could be 25 minutes, like a regular television episode on TV, but that doesn't hinder my excitement whatsoever, because I think having them all at once would be really cool, and it'd be a one-time thing, obviously, with everything else coming out this year. But yeah, I'm blown away by the way it looks. And Jacob, I know you haven't seen it, but there was also a cast announced, voice cast.
Oh, you mean this that I just found?
It's incredible. So there you go.
Look at some of these names.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Alison Brie, Karen Fukuhara, Simon Liu. So we have Shang-Chi in there, Kyle Chandler, David Harbour, and then you have Henry Golding, Jamie Chung, and George Takei down there on the bottom. Obviously, Tamira Morrison in there in the Tatooine Rhapsody episode as well. Lucy Liu. I mean, there's a number of characters popping up. Also, we don't have it obviously, and we don't have to show it either. But a number of incredibly popular and well-known voice actors in Japan are doing the voices for the Japanese version, which is really cool.
That's awesome. And the original intent was like, is it Japanese for the language? Like, it was made to be Japanese, and
this
basically
is called the English dubbed version. So it's like,
exactly.
It's like the films, right?
When we watch it, it'll be dubbed, basically.
Exactly.
I have a feeling they'll have both versions.
No, they will. Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Because there are a lot of people that would rather watch and read the subtitles than hear the English accent.
Yeah, well, what was the movie you got? I was challenged to recently, and they had both versions on
Spirited Away.
Yeah, on there. But yeah, this we talk about all the time about expanding the Star Wars universe and telling new stories, new characters, all this stuff. But we're even seeing, at least maybe we've seen this stuff in the comics or books before, but like that spinning lightsaber thing, like what was that? Like stuff like that. That's really cool that they're introducing those kind of things.
Yeah. I saw it. I've never been like a person to seek out anime because I just kind of don't really know what to go for. Yeah. I've always obviously heard Dragon Ball Z. I just never like had the time to sit down and watch it, I guess. This looks so cool to the point where I showed every one of my classes today and the kids lost their minds. And it wasn't even the fact that it was Star Wars. It was just visually, like the anime was like, they flipped out. It's cool because like the kids that I have, they're not big on Star Wars. Star Wars is kind of nerdy still for them, but then this steps like right into their wheelhouse, which is ironic because they think Star Wars is nerdy, but they are all about animes and manga comics and stuff like that. And I literally, like I said, who wants to watch the Star Wars anime trailer? They were like, no. I was like, who's going to watch this? And there's like, no one raised their hands. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to show you anyway.
Brian's like, I'm going to make you watch it.
Yeah, 100%.
The trailer, at least.
All right, you guys are going to watch it. Hands went, cool. Like, for sure watching this. And it's cool because like, that's going to jump into a new little era of Star Wars people coming from a very different way compared to like us, where it was just watch the movies, get into it. These kids haven't seen the movies. They're going to watch the anime and it's probably going to make them watch the other stuff. So it's kind of cool. It's to think that it's going to be probably different for a lot of people. Didn't really consider Star Wars a thing. See something like an anime and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, Star Wars looks kind of cool. Let me see some other stuff. Honestly, I have a feeling they should. I literally showed that thing like 4 times today. I honestly think that this could be something, especially if it's not canon, that they could be doing for a long time. And it could make a buttload of money for Disney.
Even if it is canon, because look, this can take place anywhere in the galaxy. Like you could say it's somewhere nobody ever goes, and it could be any time. Yeah. Too. Like depending on, obviously there's certain things they can't touch, but obviously, so I think it's good. Any last thoughts, Jake? You didn't get too much in there about the trailer.
I'm really looking forward to it. I was talking to earlier today about it when it first dropped, and I had said that the second I finished watching it, I actually went through the studios that are involved and wrote down a bunch of projects that I want to watch because I want to be familiar with anime by the time this comes out. I haven't ventured into it too much, and that's just something that I haven't done. And
that's true.
Now I have a list to go off of, and I'm super stoked. So any of you watching, if you guys want to message me some favorites that you love or have watched, let me know. I'd love to watch them.
And that's a good point because, we probably avoid talking about anime because we don't know much about it, like we want to sound like we know what we're talking about. So if we watch some more and get a little bit under our belt, it'll help us when we go and watch this show for sure.
Yeah. It's going to be very cool to think about. Like this could bring people into Star Wars that didn't like Star Wars because they were anime, and they could do the absolute opposite.
Exactly.
They could bring Star Wars people into anime. And
so that's already what it's doing for Jake and for us too. Yeah.
So it's cool. It's very unique. Something you don't see very often.
Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and get into our Suicide Squad draft here. Keith should be joining us here shortly to participate, but I'm going to go ahead and go to Jake he kind of set this up, and we'll go through the rules and how we're going to go about it.
Yeah, so with Keith on here, I have a plan for how it's going to work, but I will just say that we're going to randomize the order here in just a little bit. I have the randomizer up. I will bring it up on screen. I'll click randomize. That way everyone sees their draft pick. So we're going to do 7 rounds, 7 characters from the draft list. And the 8th pick is what we usually do here on Apocaflix, where the 8th pick on our teams is a borrow pick. So we can choose any other character that was picked by anybody else on the draft, as long as it is on a first or second round pick. And then once that person is borrowed, someone else cannot borrow that character as well. And we'll walk you through it once we get there. And so I'll go and bring up the draft board so everyone can see what it looks like. Here's what it looks like. That is the official draft board. So we will be picking from, and I do want to make sure that this is added as well. We can only pick 2 returning characters. You cannot fill your team with returners.
Do we have to pick 2? Or can we pick 1?
2, 1, or 0. You don't have to pick any, but the max is 2. So we have a team of 8. You can only have 2 from the returning list, and then the rest are free for all up top. Sometimes we do categories like for the monster movie one, we did kaiju movies or aliens or whatever. There's nothing. It's just a free for all. You're gonna pick characters from the list, however you want to do it. We each have access to a list that we can cross off as we go along that we'll do behind the scenes. I will fill out the actual draft as we're going along, and we will show that after every round. As far as Keith, unfortunately for him, the way it's going to work is because he is on here, he gets last pick. It's just how it's going to work. And what's going to happen is until he is here, viewers, the choice is yours. You are drafting for Keith until he is here. And if he doesn't show up, you're drafting his team. So there you go. So when his turn comes, throw those in there. The majority vote will win. If there's not a majority vote, then you guys will have to agree.
That's a pretty cool idea.
And remember, because he is last, he's going to have back-to-back picks every time. He will have back-to-back picks every single time. So that's what the board looks like. Let me go ahead and bring up the randomizer. All right. So here.
Never mind. He's here.
Sorry,
they were so excited. I felt it.
He is here. Keith is here. Mr. Keith.
Hey.
You got here.
Impeccable. Impeccable timing.
So here, we're gonna show the randomizer and pick our order. So here we go. Here it is. I'm gonna click random, and this is the order that we will be picking in. Jacob, Jake, Keith, and Brian is
every time.
Randomizer. So there we go. There's only 4 of us, and there's like 38 characters, so we'll be fine. So Jacob gets the first overall pick, and then it's myself. So let me just go fill these out real quick. So Jacob, Jake, Keith, and Brian. All right. Well, nobody has any questions.
I didn't have time to. No questions. No questions. It's not a big deal. I'm just being silly. But I didn't have time to protest. But some of these characters that were submitted are not.
They were submitted like 3 days ago. You had 3 days to protest. So, you know what?
I didn't have time.
Snooze, you lose.
I agree.
Yeah,
some of these people are a little too powerful to be Suicide Squad characters.
Well, I agree with that, but guess what? They were nominated, so there's nothing we can do about it. So
I'm not. I picked people that I wouldn't mind seeing.
To be fair, there are certain characters you might think that about, but some of them have actually been in the Suicide Squad.
Oh no, yeah, it's like the Avengers. I mean, there's been like 100 people in the Avengers over the years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so Jacob, hold on real quick. Let me.
Where's the? If I may, I'll just go to the chat. I don't have the board.
You should have been shared the list, Keith. And check your email.
Email. Okay, gotcha.
Jacob.
Yep, got it. Okay, yep.
You are on the clock, sir.
Man, this is the toughest decision I've ever had to make in my life.
No, it's not. You're going.
Okay, one clarifying. Are we picking the team to complete a mission or just who we want to see?
No,
Just-
you're
Whatever,
picking
doesn't matter.
the next Suicide Squad.
Well,
for the next
basically,
movie.
we're Amanda Waller, and we're choosing
Yeah,
our next.
we're
team,
choosing our
basically.
Because I want to pick people I'm just want to see blow up.
Well, look, I'm gonna get sniped. There's one other character that I really want at this spot, but if I don't take the character I have to take, I'm gonna get sniped. So I'm going with Harley Quinn. She's gonna be my leader, Harley Quinn.
So
Arlene
basic.
Quinzel.
You're so basic.
Yeah, Jesus
You're
Christ.
so effing.
Hey, look, she's the only one guaranteed to survive.
Original.
All right.
For once.
All right, so Harley Quinn is off the board. So Jacob's taken one of his. Oh, Keith. So here's a. You can only take max 2 characters from the returning list. You don't have to take 2. You can take
Got
1.
it.
You can take 0, but you can only take 2 max.
Okay.
All right, so Harley Quinn is off the board. Let me just strike her name out real quick. All right. So I am gonna go. Oh man, number 1 overall pick. I feel like he'd be a great addition to the Suicide Squad, and he was actually almost in James Gunn's Suicide. I'm gonna go Deathstroke.
That's
me
a great
Deathstroke.
pick.
Give me
That's a great
Deathstroke.
pick.
He almost showed up. He was almost there.
Yeah.
Wasn't he supposed to be the leader or something? Or
They
the lead?
replaced him for Bloodsport.
Wow. I couldn't have them both.
All right, Keith, you are on the clock, sir.
Floyd Lawton, aka Deadshot.
Nice. I don't blame you there.
All returning characters so far. All returning characters so far.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, okay. See a cool.
My leader's gonna be Red Hood.
Oh, Jake is pissed.
Red Hood? I don't even see Red Hood. Oh wow. I didn't see Red Hood. Oh man, good call. Yeah.
Damn it.
That's Jason Todd, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sorry, Kylo. Sorry, Kylo.
that Under the Red Hood animated movie is really good.
It's my favorite DC animated movie.
It's so good.
All right, Red
And
Hood is off the board.
all right, where are my losers? Give me.
I'm so mad.
That's why I took Harley Quinn.
I scared Kylo. I'm sorry.
Oh, he thinks you're mad at him, huh?
Yeah.
I will go with Paper Cut.
Oh my god.
Brian just wants like Red Hood, and then everyone else is gonna die.
You don't know what Paper Cut is? He controls wood and he throws razor sharp pieces of paper.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm. Yep.
That could be very dangerous, actually. Not bad.
Mhm.
It's paper everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, Paper Cut is off the board. All right, Keith, you're back on the clock.
Bane.
Bane
Nice.
is a Suicide Squad member. He is a Suicide Squad member. All right, Bane goes to Keith.
Tom Hardy Bane. I want Tom Hardy.
Oh, I thought we were talking Harley Quinn animated show Bane. Come on.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah.
All right, let's see. You know what? Let's do it. I feel like I might be taking a steal here. I'm gonna go Poison Ivy.
Damn it! Oh, damn it!
I knew it.
All right. Not only did I want to pair her and Harley together, but Ivy's so powerful. She could have took out Starro by herself. Honestly,
She is very powerful.
she could have taken out Starro by herself. So, great pick, Jake.
Chuck, just so you know, Mirror Master and Scarecrow were both on my list of like 10. They were almost there.
Oh,
I left
Mirror
so many
Master would've
people
been great.
off thinking everyone else would pick them, and they didn't.
So other than sniping me, Jake, what was your motivation for that pick?
That's how powerful she is. And I really did. I do think that Poison Ivy, in a way, is a very strong leader.
She is, yeah.
She has proven that in the comics and obviously the Harley Quinn show too, where she has that feature. But I think she'd go great with a squad team.
Honestly, if they do another one, I think they have to put her in, man. That's a perfect fit.
It'd be great.
Perfect fit.
It'd be great. Yeah, I agree.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the guy that I should have taken number 1, and that is General Zod. But look, I will say, because look, he's basically Superman, right? But look, to be fair,
I hate that he's on this.
The only Suicide Squad comic I ever bought had General Zod on the team, so that's what made me think of it. But also, you got to think. Let's say they all have a chip in their head, and for some reason, you have to think Zod can't just go away. Like, I know he could probably get the chip out of his neck or whatever, but let's say they put some type of kryptonite dampener on him or something, because I understand he's very powerful. But I got to go with General Zod.
I don't know if you can even get the chip in
his skin.
Well, you can get the chip in him if you have kryptonite around him.
Kryptonite blade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right. If you surround him by kryptonite, yeah.
Because I was.
Did you guys hear it? Go ahead, Keith.
Because I was gonna nominate Reverse Flash, but I was like, nah, that wouldn't even be fair. Because there's no one that can stop.
Then you're just creating the injustice.
The justice, exactly. That's why I didn't do it.
That's what you're doing, yeah.
No, and the only reason I included him is because of that comic that I read.
Well, you say he's in a comic, yeah? I didn't even know that.
Well, it's very similar to including the Eradicator, though, because the Eradicator is almost Superman as well.
But it's a suit, though.
Well, in versions like right now in Superman Lois, he's
actually in live action right now.
Yeah.
He's on that.
He's essentially Superman in Superman and Lois.
Oh wow!
Oh shit!
He's the big bad in the first season.
What?
I literally just.
Oh, that's cool.
I literally just found his name.
No, he's the big bad of the first season, and the finale's tonight actually.
I'm pretty sure it's just the Eradicator was just a suit. I
think there's multiple versions. There's
there
different
definitely
versions of him.
Yeah.
So because that was one of mine that
I'm gonna watch that.
When I read it, it was he's like a necromancer that has multiple personalities.
Oh.
So
in a way, that's Chuck,
is that similar to
it's not really a spoiler. I mean,
is that similar to the live action one? Is he like that?
I think they combined a few different things with the characters, and I'm not going to say too much because what I would say would spoil a lot of things. But the Eradicator ends up being the big bad of the season. Cool. I think I will say this. I've said this on Twitter. Superman and Lois is the second best CW DC show period, right behind Arrow. It's already that high up. It's the best.
I've heard really great things about it.
Wait, so how far along is it? Because I stopped watching it when they did the break.
It's the season finale right now.
Has it been canceled? I heard it was. They're not.
No, it's going. No. It's.
Okay. I thought I heard
they canceled. They canceled Supergirl.
Yeah, they can't. No. Well, no. Supergirl is finishing its sixth season. They're
done with it.
I thought I heard it was.
I know, but they didn't cancel it. The show ended.
Yeah. Okay. Jake, do we want to read up our team so far, or did we have that?
I'll go ahead and share this. Yeah. All right. Here is the current results of what we have looked like so far. So Jacob started off by taking, and that's so small. I apologize. Here we go. Jacob started off by taking Harley Quinn with the number 1 overall pick. I took Deathstroke. Keith took Deadshot with the return from the original Suicide Squad, and Brian went Red Hood with the sleeper in round number 1, which I'm super, super mad about. And then Brian followed it up with Paper Cut, the most unknown villain of the group so far, with Keith taking Bane, and then myself taking Poison Ivy, getting a little power in there, and then Jacob going with the superpowers of all superpowers and taking General Zod to round out round number 2.
Look, he has kryptonite bracelets on, all right, during this mission, okay?
Then he's just human, then. Like,
Brian, you could have waited to the last round to take Paper Cut, man. No. What are you doing?
I told you, I want a lot of my people are going to blow up.
This is a tough decision, but then again, it's not. I said Harley Quinn was my leader, but I lied. My leader is Bloodsport, Mr. Dubois.
I didn't even realize he was still.
He is. I said it before. I gotta think about it, but he's one of the best DCEU characters out there.
I agree with that, and combining him with Harley is actually really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob, did you hear Gunn said today that his original villain for Suicide Squad was Superman? But Warner Brothers wouldn't tell him which Superman was canon. So he couldn't.
Oh my goodness. What?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. But yeah, you're right, Jake, that because Bloodsport kind of keeps Harley in line in a way. Like, so,
well, and he's the leader. Like the last movie solidified him right as the leader.
Yeah,
it would make sense for him to be back.
Because I can't have Zod as my leader. Like that would just be all bad.
She'll listen. She would listen to him.
Yeah, 100%. He's the new Boomerang to her, right? They had a relationship. Now they have a relationship because of this new movie.
Yeah.
All right, I'm up next. Oh man, this is tough. There's so many good characters left. See, I have Deathstroke, I have Poison Ivy, so there's 2 Batman villains in there. Let's change it up. I'm going to go with one of my favorite villains to one of my favorite heroes. I'm going to take Captain Cold.
Nice. I was eyeing him.
Good. Yeah,
I was eyeing him.
Good call. Good call.
I love me some Captain Cold.
And in your mind is the one from Flash. Because
that's the only live action version we have at the moment.
So. True. And I'm cool with that. He's dope.
Yeah. What's his name in real life? It's the guy from
Wentworth
Miller.
Wentworth
Miller.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Yep.
And like Chuck said, Captain Cold can very much be a leader. You are correct. All right, Keith, you're on the clock.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
I would love somebody if they drafted.
Nice. God damn it!
Nice.
Damn it!
Good pick.
I was hoping nobody was gonna go with God.
That was literally my next pick.
Oh my God!
Hey, Grodd is another super powered thing that might be too super powerful for this.
Highly intelligent.
Literally my next pick.
And you're probably right. Actually, yeah.
Smart move. That was literally going to be who I chose.
I needed one of the animal characters.
So I know Chuck had said, like, why is Grodd on? So I nominated him because the first had Killer Croc, the second had King Shark. You got to have a big dude in the next one, and Gorilla Grodd fits that perfectly.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on.
All
it's
right,
an
Brian,
odd choice for a Flash villain. So
yeah.
I know, right?
Isn't that a weird?
Well,
I never understood that.
He's more like a Professor X villain. Who would that be for in DC? I don't know.
In DC, yeah.
Well, since Keith stole my muscle, I'm gonna go with my intelligent friend King Shark.
There you go.
Nice. I can't draft a returning character anymore. So
yeah,
those are my 2
returning characters are done. Brian has 1. Keith and myself, Brian, and Keith all have 1 returning character, and Jacob is out of those.
Brian, that was my other choice. It was between those 2.
That's who I'm actually kind of glad because you made the choice for me because I was going back and forth between those 2 also. Do you want to show it or can I go?
No, we'll do it every 2 rounds.
Okay, I'm going Clayface.
Oh,
nice.
I was thinking about him too. Good call.
All right, Keith, you're back on the clock.
Okay.
Wait, was Catwoman really nominated?
Yeah,
I think Geo chose her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's
never mind. Yeah, let's. Yeah.
She's an antagonist at times.
Yeah, but
sure.
That's a conversation for another day. That's a conversation for another day.
She is someone that Amanda Waller would grab and say, "Hey, be on my team, or else I'll."
She could definitely easily end up in that prison, and then she could choose her for the mission. Yeah.
It's no
But I
weirder
feel like
than Zod.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. We'll go with Rat Catcher 2.
Damn it.
Oh, underrated. Still
Yeah.
underrated.
Ugh. Millions and millions of rats. Ugh. Be very helpful though.
All right, Rat Catcher. So Keith is officially off and done with the returning.
Hi, Gio.
He's officially done. As Gio pops in, yeah, we're hating on you, Gio. Sorry, man. I'm gonna take him off the board in case he gets swooped up. I'm going with the next version of Polka Dot Man. Give me Condiment King.
Nice, dude. When he blasts ketchup out, it's gonna just melt people. I don't know what they're gonna they're gonna
Condiment King, baby.
I don't know how they're gonna explain his powers.
His spicy mustard is going to be acid.
And he's gonna be a brother. He's gonna be a brother of Polka Dot Man. Calling it. Calling it.
I can't wait to see that origin story. Like he was eating, like making a burger with putting all these condiments on when the experiment was going on.
Struck by lightning or something.
Yeah. And then,
I think he wears a suit. I think it's just a suit filled with ketchup and mustard.
He's
and
on
he
the
like
thumbnail.
people,
Look at, he's on the thumbnail. So
Yeah.
he makes people slip and stuff.
I just had to put him on the thumbnail. I just had to.
Yeah. That was a good choice. Good choice.
All right, Jacob, you're up, and then go ahead and pause after this one, and I'll share the last two rounds.
Alrighty. So when I look at this list, I got to take a character that I really like and someone who's actually pretty powerful if you think about it. I'm going to go with Killer Frost.
Oh, yeah, good. I was looking at her.
I nominated her for a reason. She is powerful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Caitlin Snow is a badass.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the amazing things that have come out of the Flash show, too.
Yeah, I know for sure. Daniel Penmaker. All right, let me go and bring it back up. This is what it looks like after the fourth round. So Brian, where did it say? So Jacob took Bloodsport to start round 3. I followed up with Captain Cold. He took Gorilla Grodd, and Brian followed that with King Shark, and then followed that with another big guy in Clayface. Keith finished off his returning characters with Ratcatcher 2, and I took Condiment King. And we finished it off with Killer Frost, Caitlin Snow for Jacob. And Jacob is finishing or starting off round 5 right now.
Man, this one is going to be tough. I'm going to go ahead and go with Cheetah.
Predictable. So predictable for Jacob.
Yeah, he's picking the most attractive females for his scene.
No, not at all. No, it's not it.
I mean, let's put it this way. Your choices so far, if you had your way, would have been Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Killer Frost, and Cheetah.
Possibly, yeah.
No, not possibly. 3 of those 4.
All different hair color, too. All of them.
Well, look, they're all very powerful, all right? Other than Harley Quinn, I guess. Other than my first pick.
So, ice blue hair, blonde, red, and brunette.
Yeah.
You got them all, Jacob. You got them all.
There we go.
Tried to get a redhead. So
yeah, you tried to get the redhead. Excuse me. You tried to get the redhead. All right, so I'm back on the clock. Oh goodness. I need someone who.
Of course, John. Friends.
That's a good one, Rachel. It's a good one.
You know what? I'm gonna.
By the way, I left off Kite Man for someone else because I figured someone else, and the fact that none of you put him infuriates me.
Well, I didn't put him
Boomerang either.
I was like, Brian's gonna put him for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock. Yeah, I'm gonna take my monster off the list. I'm gonna take Killer Croc. I'll take Killer.
Nice.
I need a monster.
I wanted him, but I couldn't take a returning.
Yeah, I'll take Killer Croc. And I feel like he might get a little bit of a better version when the next mission comes around. So
He looks so weird.
I hope so.
Well,
he's a badass character, so I will take. Yeah, I'll take. All right, Keith.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. Hmm. Bronze Tiger.
Damn it!
A good pick.
God, all my people that I nominated are being taken.
I almost took him over Cheetah.
It's got those claw things. Yeah.
Oh, that's
martial artist. I need a martial artist. Yeah.
You also want what's his name to play him, right, from Arrow?
Michael J. White.
Spawn.
Michael J. White, yeah.
Definitely Michael J. White. Yeah.
Michael J. White. Yeah.
Until
Absolutely.
they cast a new version, the TV versions are them for us.
Dude, and I feel like Michael J. White as Bronze Tiger did not get justice either. Like, he was barely in
I
that.
thought. Yeah. No.
He ended up becoming an ally. He ended up becoming an ally
when Oliver was in prison. He was he was a partner.
Right.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. He's good.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people thought
Brian.
that's who Idris Elba was going to be when they first cast him.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Brian.
That would have been cool.
Well, I'm going to keep my weirdos coming. And one of my favorite weirdos is the Eraser. So I'm taking him.
So you got Paper Cut and Eraser.
Mhm.
He's like a big eraser head or something like that.
Yep. He has a giant eraser head. He looks like a pencil, wears a suit that
Yeah.
makes him look like a pencil, and he's good at covering people's tracks because he erases them. I love him. He's my new favorite stupid villain.
Just saw him in the Lego Batman. That's all.
Yes. He's so good. And I need more stupid people, and that is Count Vertigo. He gives people vertigo.
Man, Brian seems crazy.
He's a drug dealer on Arrow? And they make him like a drug
Yes,
dealer?
he was.
Oh, they did, and it was like a drug that everybody was
Yep,
taking.
he was a villain
Yeah.
on Arrow. He sure was.
Wow. Oh, they were trying to sell it
Vertigo.
in the club. I
And
remember.
the club, yeah.
Mhm.
God, I love my team so far.
Hey, did the DC Comics ever make Arrow's little sister like a character in the comics now? I think she is, isn't she?
Well, Speedy was always a comic.
Speedy,
But Speedy
Oh,
was
yeah.
what's his name though, right?
It was Roy.
Well, there's
was
different
Roy.
versions of Speedies.
Yeah.
Roy Harper was called Speedy at one point, but for the show Arrow,
Yeah, it was
they did Thea.
his sister. Yeah.
Because Roy, I think is he the Red Arrow?
Well, no, he was Arsenal.
In
That's
the
right.
comics?
That's right. Yeah.
Arsenal.
In the show, they called him Arsenal, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they called him. They went the
Right.
Arsenal route with him because he got hooked.
But in
on,
I thought in the,
he got hooked on the drug that destroyed Deathstroke, right?
yeah.
And then he went on a rampage, and they called him Arsenal. He
Mirakuru
Mirakuru.
or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mirakuru. Damn it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know
Yeah.
Diggle was in the
I remember
comics. They
that.
brought Diggle into the comics.
Yes, and Diggle was on Superman and Lois.
I heard about that. I know a lot of people didn't like that. But
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Wait. They didn't like it that he showed up at all, or
I liked
yeah,
it.
I heard some people.
what
There's some people that
happened?
didn't like that he showed up.
Well,
Jacob.
Because
people
I know
need
that
to
he
get over
showed up.
themselves.
All right, I don't
They
need a
need to get over
spoiler. I don't need a
themselves.
spoiler.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just get
I've
over
heard.
it. Like, just
For the record, I don't want Arrow Count Vertigo. I don't want him throwing pills. I
That's
want the one that has the powers that makes people get dizzy and
If
vertigo.
they haven't
That's a good.
appeared
Yeah, all
in
right.
the DCU, then it's whatever version you want.
Yeah. I don't want him just throwing pills at people. Here, take my
Yeah,
vertigo.
yeah, right.
Like, no.
Yeah. Or sticking needles in people.
Yeah.
That guy was such. I did not like that guy on Arrow.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
All you, Keith.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. I just took. And are we still? This is 2 per category, right?
Yeah,
no,
so-
you can take anything from all the other lists,
Oh.
Keith. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
those are just alphabetical order. Like,
Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah.
Keith can only do one more of returnings.
No, his
No,
return is
I
out.
got.
He's done.
Yeah, I got two of those.
Oh. Oh yeah,
That's like
Ratcatcher.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know this. King Tut was originally created for the Batman 60s
The TV
show.
series. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Some goofy ad guy probably made up. All right. I have a tough choice here. All right, everybody, chill.
Mr. Freeze.
Oh,
Mr.
nice.
Eyes to meet you.
That's his real superpower, his puns.
Yes.
All right, I'm making this easy. I'm taking Atom Smasher.
Damn it. I was eyeing him. I didn't know much about him, but I just looked him up. He's pretty damn powerful.
He's in Black Adam.
That's right. Yep.
That's right. Yeah, yes. Oh, I forgot about that.
He is formidable. He's pretty powerful.
He gets big like Ant-Man, so I'm taking him.
Yeah, that's a great pick. Damn
All right,
it.
Jacob, we got 2 back-to-back. Why don't you stop after this first one, and then we'll recap the last 2 rounds.
All right, I'm going to go with one of my picks. I got to go with Chuck mentioned it. I'm going to go with Owlman because Owlman is basically like a counterpart to Batman. He's just just owls instead, but
it's great. It's great.
But he's like a villain. So can we see Owlman in live action, please?
It's great.
Dude, this would fit Suicide Squad so well. And they're like, they could just be like, this guy, he thought he was Batman, but he was like obsessed with owls or something, or scared of owls. And I could totally see Amanda Waller giving like the whole backstory. So I'm gonna go with Owlman on my team. He's like the poor man's Batman.
Yeah, I think Night Owl is based on.
Yes,
I think Night Owl is based on Owlman, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Chuck, I agree with you, but he was nominated by someone else, and so I just took him. I deal with it. I got it. It's like, why is Rick Flag part of the Suicide Squad when he's technically a cool guy? You know?
True.
All right, let's recap the last 2 rounds. So Jacob started off by taking one of his obvious choice in Cheetah. Kristen Wiig is joining the ranks of his Suicide Squad. And I took Killer Croc from the first Suicide Squad movie. Keith took a steal from me with Bronze Tiger. Michael Jai White joined in the ranks. I would love for him to come back and play that character too, by the way. Imagine him being directed by James Gunn. That'd be awesome.
Hey,
and then Brian
make it happen.
Brian goes out of left field and takes the eraser to erase all tracks of his squad on their mission, followed by even a stranger villain in Count Vertigo to start the 6th round off. And Keith takes Arnold Schwarzenegger's making a return with Mr. Freeze. Yes. I took Atom Smasher, and Jacob goes a little different here and takes Owlman.
Nice. Okay, so I think this is my last regular pick. And I can't take a returning character.
Yeah, this is the last round we're making regular picks. You are correct.
I'll be so mad if someone takes my last pick. So mad.
Okay, there's a couple people that I would like to take. But you know what? I think he's underrated, and I'm a big fan of him in the show that he appears in. I'm taking Heatwave.
Oh, thank God.
Give me Heatwave.
Thank God.
I actually really grew to like that character a lot on Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Even though I need to catch up on those Arrow shows.
He became a lot more popular when he became a legend. 100%. And,
absolutely, yeah.
And when Captain Cold left the show, because he was in Captain Cold's shadow, because they
exactly. You're absolutely right. He became his own character once Captain Cold left.
Because even in the show, there was part of the show in his storyline where he had to like deal with, I'm not your shadow. Like, get out of here.
That's true. And you know what I love about him is that he's a writer in the show, and like he writes novels.
He writes novels. Yeah, in history, he's writing novels. Yeah,
and he's like writes romantic novels, like romantic sci-fi novels and stuff. Yeah. Love him. So I gotta have Heatwave.
All right, I'm up next. I'm gonna go with the cool character that I was introduced to not too long ago, and I am thanking Stargirl for this, and I'm taking Sportsmaster.
Interesting. I was curious about that. So he does appear on that show. Like, is it? So what does he do?
So the way that the show is set up is that they're in this town, and this young girl who is eventually Stargirl is part of the show, they move to this town, and she starts going to this high school, and she finds this staff that's being hidden by Luke Wilson. He's holding it because he was Star Spangled Man's sidekick, and he's holding the staff of Star Spangled Man, and I think that's his name, or Starman. Sorry, he's Star Spangled Kid. He was Star Spangled Kid. And he's holding Starman's staff, but they moved to this town where, and I forget the name of the villain group, but they're setting up in this town, and all the parents of her new friends at the high school are all these bad villains, and one of them is Sportsmaster.
So what does he do? Like, does he use a bat and stuff?
He uses sports equipment. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh yeah.
Volleyball. It's all like high tech, right? Like baseballs blow up like grenades or stuff like that.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
You can wear a catcher's mask or something.
Your last normal pick, Keith. Your last normal pick.
I've seen an image of him like spiking a volleyball at someone. It's really fun.
It's great. It's great. He's a fun time.
Let's see. The Toy Maker.
Oh, it's a great choice.
I almost went with him.
Great choice.
I almost went with him over Heatwave. Yeah.
Make little toy bombs. Or whatever.
They did a little bit of him in Arrow.
Smallville.
But he was
Arrow
done best
too?
in Smallville. He was done best in Smallville. He had a whole arc like multiple times. He was on Arrow.
I didn't know that.
He did a bunch of episodes on Smallville. He was great on Smallville. Great on Smallville.
Wait, wasn't he in Supergirl? Wasn't it her friend?
Oh, maybe it was Supergirl. It might have been Supergirl.
Yeah, but her friend was his son, and he was
you're
like,
right. Yes, her best friend was the son of the Toy Maker. Yes.
Yeah, and then he becomes the Toy Maker.
I was gonna say,
yeah. Well, no, he doesn't become the Toy Maker. No.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Either way, yeah.
All right, Brian, what's your last pick?
Well, my person, it was still there, and some say he likes to rival Batman. And that is Killer Moth.
I was like, Owlman's already gone, bro.
Nope, Killer Moth. Look him up. Says he is a copycat.
Brian's team is the team that dies at the beginning.
Yes, it's team one.
That's fine.
It's team one.
Yeah,
right?
team one.
So we're drafting team two. Brian's drafting team two.
Yeah, but hey, at least like 2 members of team one survive. So
exactly.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, how could I not pick him? He has a Mothmobile. Literally, that's what it's called. The Mothmobile.
All right, so real quick before we start these next picks, the way it works here on Apocaflix is we make our last round the borrow round. So what's going to happen is that Brian's going to go first because we're doing snake style, and I'll go ahead and bring this up. This is what it currently looks like. So Brian can pick any character from anybody other's team that is round 3 and below. You cannot choose round 1 or round 2, and then once Brian chooses that character is off the board. That doesn't take it away from, like, say Brian picks, I don't know, Adam Smasher for my team. It doesn't take it from my team. We can both have that character on our team. But now Keith and Jacob can't pick Adam Smasher because he picked him. And we'll just do that for the next couple picks, and then we'll round out our team. So, Brian, why don't you go ahead and start it off?
Condiment King.
You know Brian wanted that one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a good choice. It's a good choice. All right, real quick, let me just add him. Okay, so Condiment King is wiped off the board from everybody else. Keith, you're up next.
Okay.
No, Keith, remember, you cannot steal a paper cut.
True.
Oh, no, I can't, can I? Dang.
You can't take Poison Ivy either, which is perfect for me.
Oh, you did that on purpose, huh?
Oh, no. The only reason I put Punchline, submitted it, was in hopes that Jacob would be like, I want to have Harley Quinn and Punchline go at it. And he didn't fall for the bait.
Is Punchline on Gotham?
It's Joker's new girlfriend in the comics.
No, but wasn't he on the show Gotham? I think he might have been.
I don't think that I think she was created after Gotham ended. She's
in the
she's
comics.
like brand new, just a few years old.
No, I don't want her on my team. Come on, Harley Quinn would kill her.
I know, but can you honestly though? Like, can you imagine if those two were like on a team together in a movie, and like that'd be kind of cool.
We're gonna have to casting table a bunch
new
of
character. Yeah, right. That's a good.
All right, Keith, who you going with, man? Who you going with?
I'm gonna go with. I do like Sportsmaster. I'm gonna go with Heat. I'm gonna go with Heatwave.
Ooh!
Wow. Okay.
All right.
I want a fireman.
Chuck, I don't like Punchwave. I literally put it to try to waste one of Jacob's picks, but he outthought me on it.
I need another strong female on my team. I'm going Ratcatcher 2.
Nice.
Are you sure you don't want a friend?
King Shark?
Yeah.
I don't know how King Shark Croc would react with each other, so
that's
I'll go
true.
Ratcatcher 2.
That's why I didn't steal Gorilla Grodd.
Ratcatcher 2, that was a good one. I was thinking about.
And honestly, I was going to take Bloodsport, but I don't know how Bloodsport and Deathstroke would be together, so I can't put that.
That is absolutely happening in the next movie, and then one of them's going to kill the other one.
Bloodsport and have him and Deadshot together.
No, I would love to see Deathstroke in the next movie, but I do think that it's going to be Deadshot and Bloodsport in the next movie. I do think that those two are going to be together.
That's why I'm surprised you didn't go with it, Keith.
And he'll save Deathstroke for Batman, I think.
Yeah, or I hope so too.
Or Teen Titans.
If the point is
he was already on Titans.
Yeah, to make your team stronger, I'm gonna go with Gorilla Grodd as my borrow.
That's a good choice. Yeah. That's a good choice.
Yeah, you don't really have any muscle.
Not really, and his biggest muscles is his mind. Actually, Brian.
Well, there it is, everyone. Our Suicide Squad fantasy movie draft. Again, this is the team that we have drafted for Suicide Squad 3, if it would ever happen. These are the characters that we'd want to see on the show, or on the movie, excuse me. And yeah, so Jacob, why don't you run down your team a little bit? Just talk about it.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I went Harley Quinn #1. No surprise there. People were predicting it before I even chose it. And I had to go General Zod once he fell to me. Obviously, he's Kryptonian, very similar to Superman. Round 3, I took Bloodsport because I did not feel comfortable with my first two choices as being my leader. So I had to go Bloodsport. Killer Frost, another very powerful character. Again, think about it. The way I think about it is like going against Starro, right? How would these characters fare? And Killer Frost probably could have did a lot of damage to Starro if she wanted to. I got Cheetah in there. If we're going with DCEU Cheetah, she's as powerful as Diana. That's what she wished for. Round 6, I go Owlman because you have to have Owlman on your team. And then round 7, I got Heatwave because I think he's going to be useful in the missions. He's probably going to die, but before that, he's going to write it all down, write a story about his adventures with his team, and then he's going to hand it off to Bloodsport or Harley Quinn.
What if he's the narrator? That'd be amazing.
Yeah, hey, he has a good voice for it. And then I'm gonna borrow Gorilla Grodd just for like one specific mission from Keith's team. So there we go.
Yeah, I went Deathstroke #1. He's one of my favorite characters in all of DC, and a character that needs to be on the big screen like ASAP. I think he'd be great for a Suicide Squad movie. And like Chuck mentioned, we talked about it. He was actually originally supposed to be in this movie, in Suicide Squad 2, cool. But they swapped him out for Bloodsport. And then I went Poison Ivy next. We talked about her as well. She's extremely strong. She's also somewhat of a leader. And getting that female presence there is very cool as well. Captain Cold, favorite of mine, Flash villain. Can never go wrong with him. Condiment King. He's going to be the new Polka Dot Man. He's going to be badass. He's going to kick some ass. He'll probably die, but he'll leave some carnage in his wake. Killer Croc getting some redemption from the first Suicide Squad, and getting him back into it. Atom Smasher, I know he can be a hero, but get a big giant on my team, and no one's going to be in his way. And then Sportmaster's the favorite, cool character, uses cool equipment. And then as a borrow, I got the character that saved the day, the one that defeated Starro in Ratchet.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Boom.
Well,
yes.
Oh, sorry. That's right.
No, go on, Brian.
No. Yours is in front of me. I don't know why I went.
Well, getting I took Deadshot, of course. Will Smith Deadshot, by the way. I don't know if I.
Well,
That's what I was saying. Although the Arrow guy was okay, but I mean, just Will Smith. Come on.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. About the Arrow one.
He was on the Suicide Squad in Arrow.
Didn't they die? They all got blown up.
Every single one of them died.
Didn't they kill the Arrow Suicide Squad before the before Suicide Squad came out?
They killed them off before the first one came out to not conflict them. Yes,
that's interesting.
Killed him. I think they killed the Amanda Waller on there too. I think
they killed Amanda Waller as well.
That's right, they did. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Will Smith Deadshot. Got Bane, Tom Hardy Bane. I think I'm gonna go with
nice.
Gorilla Grodd, and with his mind control over all the other well, not control, but could he summon some other gorillas from Gorilla City, or just him?
Maybe.
Would that be allowable?
So. Well, you know what would be cool. You know how they always wear headsets? Maybe he connects everybody's minds so they're all communicating that way. And
oh yeah, right. He could probably do that.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm sure he could. Yeah. Like a group chat, right. But in like mind, in the mind.
In your head.
A group chat.
Ratcatcher 2, with all her rats and that thing she waves makes all the rats come. Bronze Tiger, Michael Jai White, Bronze Tiger. Yeah, she does. No, Waller's the worst. Arnold, Mr. Freeze, everybody chill. I got the Toy Maker, little toy bombs, and I borrowed Heat Wave from Jacob so I can have a guy shooting fire at everybody.
You just got to have fire involved somewhere.
Mine. Everyone was pretty much going for their leader, so I went with Red Hood. Clearly, my number 2 choice had to be Paper Cut. Make sure I protected him. My muscle, King Shark. The shark literally can't die. Clayface, you'll never know what he looks like, and he's made out of clay. The Eraser, he's going to cover everyone's tracks, no one's going to know who's there. Count Vertigo is going to make everyone throw up and be dizzy. You can't fight someone that does that. And then you have Killer Moth, who's basically Mothman, just a Batman knockoff. And, let's add a little spice with Condiment King.
Add a little spice. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Brian, if your team's mission is in a heavy seafood town, like Fisherman's Wharf or something, you're in trouble because King Shark is going to get distracted.
Adam, if Brian's team is team 1, Red Hood and King Shark will survive. And the rest.
Real quick before we have
Clayface is
real quick.
Clayface. Yeah, you're right.
Let's say only 2 characters survive our teams. Which 2 are you going with?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
I mean, Red Hood and probably King Shark. I have the best. Easy. For the record, I have the best movie. Just saying.
That's debatable. That's
mine. So my 2 guys. I got 2 guys that they both are doing it for someone else. Like so, Deadshot's trying to take care of his daughter, and then Mr. Freeze trying to save his wife. I mean, you can't kill those 2 guys for that. Like, I think they would survive.
You just reminded me of Mr. Freeze story in Harley Quinn. That was great.
Well, on the Batman animated series as well. I think that episode won an Emmy. I think.
Oh wow!
I think so.
See, Chuck, that's exactly what I went for.
I think for me, the 2 it would be Poison Ivy and Ratcatcher 2 would survive. All the men would die.
Yeah. I gotta go Bloodsport and Harley Quinn. I mean, they'll survive again.
Yeah.
But Grodd will survive.
I was about to say Grodd would probably.
Look, Grodd won't die on my mission. He'll come help us, and he'll go back to your team and die. I guess, Keith.
He'll be team 1 on someone else's team.
Yeah.
There you go.
Man, that was fun. We got to do these drafts more often.
I'm glad fantasy drafts are back. I'm glad they're back.
And what a perfect that was Suicide Squad is perfect for a fantasy draft.
Oh yeah,
because it's a team up.
Oh yeah,
thing. Yeah.
I love
absolutely. No, that was a blast. All righty, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. That should do it. Thank you all for joining us in the chat.
Real quick. Wingblade posted a comment. Which other team would you want your two to join? I'm going to go Brian because Brian's team's going to die and mine's going to survive.
That's debatable, but okay.
I'm going to go with Keith's team because I really want to see Bloodsport and Deadshot interact. And then we got Grodd there already, so I'm cool with that. Hey, and look, Keith, you borrowed Heatwave, I borrowed Grodd, so that's how the teams will connect.
Right. There you go. Yeah. I was going to say, I'll probably say your team as well. Yeah.
I pick Keith's. Because Keith's and mine together has a lot of chaotic energy, and I'm here for it.
Brian just wants some madness.
Crazy stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, can you imagine, Mr. Freeze with,
Actually, never mind. I changed my answer. I choose Jake's team because I need Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy to be together.
Oh,
Sorry.
All right, on that note, let's go and wrap up tonight's show, everybody.
What? They're soulmates. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Yeah, that is going to wrap up today's Apocaflix Now. Thank you all for joining us in the group chat. We really, really appreciate it. That was a blast. Look out for more fantasy drafts to come on our channel. Definitely all movie related. Don't forget to check us out on all social media platforms at Apocaflix Movies. And if you want to get some Apocaflix gear, something like this Marvel Rewind shirt right here, you can go to TeePublic and you can either search for Apocaflix. You know how to spell it. And then also you can search for Jake Berlin, also the creator.
That should be our tagline. You know how to spell it.
Yeah. Hey, because think about it. If you're subscribed or watching, you know how to spell it. Or even if you're listening to it, you clicked on it somewhere. So you know that's a good point, because if you tell somebody verbally, do people ask you guys, what's the name of your channel? I'm like, it's Apocaflix. And they're like, what? And they try to say it and they can't say it. But now we'll be like, you know how to spell it. It's Apocaflix. There you go.
That was a tangent I never
Please
needed.
Definitely check us out there for sure. Thank you, Rachel, for adding the link in there. And we'll go ahead and say goodbye to the crew, and they'll let you know where you can find them online. I'll start with Brian.
You can find me at a certain point of view if you're into the Schmodown, and my Twitter is Biavalzino. Good luck finding that for spelling your last name.
Keith Barnes.
Hello. I'm on Twitter at Keith Barnes 79, and you can find me on Bartley and Barnes. Another episode of Bartley and Barnes where our July recap is up. We're going to recap August in a couple weeks here, so definitely join us there. And Sunday nights with my guy Gio Ramos on Fandom United, talking all kinds of cool stuff. Thank you all for watching.
And Jake Berlin.
Find me here all the time. POV with Brian, multiple times a week, reaction shows. And then I got a Whiskey Jedi episode coming out this week as well. Join me for that. I go live every 2 weeks. I'll have one out on tomorrow or Thursday, one or the other, depending on how my schedule goes. But I'll be talking some Star Wars and maybe some other things as well.
Awesome. And you can find me on Twitter at JacobBarley824. If you watch NFL football or play fantasy football, you can also find me at First Round Fantasy on YouTube. We're gearing up here, getting ready for the season to start. Please come and check us out. And again, thank you for watching Apocaflix Now on Apocaflix Movies. See you guys next time.